Hey everybody, it's Lynnea, and I'm very excited for this collaboration. This is for ThermOWeb and InkOn3, and both of these companies are near and dear to my heart, and I love products from both of these companies. So today, I'm going to be using some Glitz glitter gel from ThermOWeb, along with some Atelier Ink Reinkers from InkOn3 to create a fun, glitzy background. I'm using the white Glitz glitter gel, but the iridescent glitter gel would work just as well. It's just a different kind of glittery look. And what I'm doing is just putting some of the reinkers down onto my work surface and using a palette knife to mix in some of that white glitter gel. I am trying to get a peachy color. This color didn't turn out exactly as I planned, but I'm going to show you in a minute that it is still very different from any of the existing colors of Glitz glitter gel, and this is a fabulous way to make your own customized color of Glitz glitter gel so that you can have the perfect background. Once I get this to the color that I am happy with, I'm just going to pick that up with my palette knife and just leave it on my stencil pal from ThermOWeb. That's how I'm going to be spreading it over my stencil, and so I just found that the easiest way so that I could have my work surface clean. I'm going to be using the InkOn3 wavy stencil for my background. I have just a plain cardboard box here, and I'm going to spray the back of it lightly with some pixie spray, and then I'm just going to let this sit for a minute to dry. I'm going to press that on to a piece of white cardstock, and then I'm going to use my stencil pal with this customized color of Glitz glitter gel that I colored with the Atelier Ink Reinkers. And I'm going to spread this evenly across my stencil onto my cardstock. And because I'm using that stencil pal, which you can see is wider than a palette knife, I'm not going to get any divots in my background. It's going to be a nice and smooth application. I'm going to peel this stencil away and check out this glittery background. It's so pretty. You can mix colors in with just ink pads if you want to the Glitz glitter gel, and it's still going to be glittery and shiny. Okay, so let's move on to the stamping. This is the InkOn3 Beautiful stamp set, and I'm going to stamp out this large floral image as well as the little buds and some of the leaves to color with my Copic markers. Of course, I'm using the InkOn3 Blackout Detail ink. This is my favorite ink for Copic coloring because this ink doesn't smear and it is so crisp and super fast drying. To clean my stamps though, because the ink is a hybrid ink, it kind of sticks onto your stamps. So I'm going to use the Ink Off cleaner and just wipe that away with a towel. And I should mention that I have my Glitz glitter gel background off to the side drying while I do my coloring. I color very slowly. It's very simple coloring, but I'm slow when I color. And so by the time I'm all done coloring, it probably takes me about 30 minutes. And my glitzy background is going to be just about dry. So that's why I always like to start with what I call wet mediums. I'll start with that and set that aside to dry while I do the rest of my project. So for my green colors, you saw I used the YG09 and 06. My yellows, I'm using 4 colors, which is very unusual for me. Usually I stick to 2 markers for each color family. But because these leaves are so large and I really wanted to have depth and a bit of dimension, I'm going to be using 4. So I have Y35, Y19, Y08, and Y06. I'm starting with the darkest, which is my Y35, and just adding color to the base of the petal, as well as if there's like this little lip or dip in the petal, I'm adding some extra shading there because I think that it'll be darker. And from there, I'm just moving out with my color choices, doing a bit of a flicking motion just to add some more texture to the petals, and then I'll blend all over with my lightest color with the Y06. And then I'm just going to repeat that and trim those out with my scissors. Okay, so here's my background all dry, and I love how shimmery that is from the Glitz glitter gel. And I wanted to show you a comparison so that even though I didn't get the exact peachy color that I was looking for, I think it needed to be a little more pink, this is definitely still a custom color because you have the neon orange glow on the bottom is super bright, and then the sweet mango on the top is more of a deeper, what I would call like an autumn orange color. So this color, even though it's not the certain peachy color that I wanted, it's definitely more orange. It is absolutely perfect, and it is completely custom from the existing line of Glitz Glitter Gel. So definitely take a look at your reinkers and see how you can use them to customize your various wet mediums. I arranged all of my beautiful elements onto my background, and then you saw me there use a piece of purple tape to pick them all up at once. That is just to make my life easier, so that as I add some foam tape, I can use those pieces of purple tape as a handle and pick that up and add it back onto my card without having to add all of these items individually. I added some foam from iCraft. It's the iCraft 3D foam squares, as well as a bit of iCraft Ultra Bond liquid adhesive. And then I use some liquid pixie dust, which I keep in a small watercolor brush from InkOn3 just for easy application. And I brushed that liquid pixie dust all over these flowers and leaves. So check this out, so much glitter in the background from that customized Glitz Glitter Gel color with the Atelier inks, as well as the liquid pixie dust on top of those beautiful flowers. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this fun collaboration video. I will see you again soon. Bye!